Poppin', it's your boy DJ Chuck.
What up? This is Cyril, and y'all are tuned into episode 2 of the Nite Show. So we made it this far, Josh. The second episode. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, bro. Actually, I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. I stayed up last night playing online poker with my uncle's friends. I whooped their ass again.
There you go.
On Poker Stars. I had fun though, bro. I was up pretty late, and yeah, man. I had a crazy ass dream I told you about.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
that shit was really weird, but
yeah, that shit was X-rated. But nah, man. But we're here today, recording. Excited, ready to go ahead and do this. We're gonna start this off with the segment that we're gonna try to do every couple episodes of the podcast, maybe more than that. But it's called the Big Three. We're gonna try to touch on some of the relevant topics going on in today's society, social media, entertainment, whatever it may be. And we're going to, just touch on the three things that kind of stood out to us in the week or just, over the past couple of weeks or whatever, So welcome to the Big Threes. And so to start off, we're going to touch on this Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. So far it's been 2 episodes. Episode 3 is airing tonight, the night that we're recording. Damn, bro, what an awesome documentary. First off, because we're huge Jordan fans, not just because we rock the shoes and everything, but for as long as I can remember, Jordan's been the GOAT, man. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? So finally get to see some raw and uncut material on Jordan and some of his craziness and some of the craziness that surrounded him. So it's gonna get better. I only feel like, and so far, it's been some pretty eye-catching stuff. What do you think so far that it kind of stood out to you about the whole documentary, bro?
One, I would say Pippen's contract, right? I think probably the biggest finesse in NBA history. Yeah. What was it, 2 years or 7 years, $18 million, man? Like, that's ridiculous. At first he's making what? It's like 2.6 million a year, right?
Yeah.
And then he finally got that payday, and who was it with? The Houston Rockets. We were the ones to sign him, and he ended up kind of sucking it up. But yeah, that's definitely one of the big takeaways, man. I can't believe, he signed a deal like that. But to his credit, he grew up in Central Arkansas, and I can attest because I lived in Arkansas for a year of my life. The place is very, very poor. Okay, so I can kind of see where he's coming from. He wanted to look out for his family, but yeah, that's one of the huge takeaways. I can't believe that they got a steal for Pippen like that.
Nah, man, it's crazy. And he's so important. I think there's like a tweet that Jordan put out, or just somewhere I read, Jordan said something like, when you mention Michael Jordan, you got to mention Scottie Pippen,
Yeah, he mentioned that in the documentary.
Oh, in the documentary. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's where we saw it. Yeah, so, yeah, man, that was crazy. That definitely stood out to me, too. Also, Jerry Krause, man. He stood out a lot to me throughout the whole thing. I mean, creative genius for sure. Had a knack that a lot of people don't have. That skill set is pretty important. And unfortunately, so far it just kind of shits on him, bro. The whole documentary is kind of just shitting on him, making him look like a selfish person. You know what I mean? So. It's
funny how Jordan's always like making these sly comments to Jerry Krause about how they need to lower the rim for him and shit. It's pretty hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
You can see why he had that little bit of animosity towards towards the Bulls, or not the Bulls, but like to the players, really, right? Because they always kind of fucked around with him. But yeah, man. But if there was no Jerry Krause, there would be no Bulls, right? So
yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty apparent that without Jerry Krause, that Bulls team wouldn't have been constructed the way it was. Dude, like, I know from a creative, like, trying to put a team together aspect of things, just from what I do, it's hard, man. It's hard, trying to put pieces together and trying to get them to sync and work. And just, like, that talent is so, like, underappreciated. So I kind of get where he was coming from. But in his case, it kind of seemed like it was an ego thing, and ego is not something that, like, I can't really approve of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you have Michael Jordan, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have 3 championships back to back. Like what are you complaining about? Like, you need somebody to tell you that you're great. Like, you're great, bro. Like, just ask your wife or ask your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop asking Michael Jordan. He's a freaking athlete. He wants people to ride his dick all day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like he doesn't want some short ass manager to be like, to ride his dick. He wants they're alpha male athletes, bro. They want to be. You know what I'm saying? They want to get their dick rode all day, bro. You know what I mean? They're super cocky. They're arrogant. They're competitive. So it's just a mentality. Like if you're a good manager, you're gonna know that.
You would know that. Yeah.
You would know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to defend him, but I get where he's coming from on that side of things. So, but yeah, man, it definitely stood out, bro, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. So and tonight's episode is gonna be around Dennis Rodman. So you know that one's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait for that one.
Oh man, yeah, Dennis is Dennis.
Yeah, he's a character for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely characters. So yeah. Our second big three topic of the day is gonna highlight the entertainment industry a little bit. Artist by the name of Kumari. It's highlighting the Indian culture a little bit too. Raja Kumari. Actually, to be honest with you, Cyril is the first person that told me about this artist. I'm usually the one that kind of knows about these Indian artists and stuff like that, but Cyril, I see you shaking your head, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, you know. I know a little bit too, bro. I keep my head in the streets.
No, because I think you told me about her when she got signed to Nas. I don't think she's on the same record label. When I did some research recently, I think she got a new record deal, but I think she's signed to a branch of Universal, which is still huge for the indie community. You know?
It's Mass Appeal, right? So it's Mass Appeal Records, and that's founded by Nas, but it's like a subdivision of Mass Appeal, Mass Appeal India.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. So, dude, the song is called NRI. NRI stands for Non-Residential Indians, right? So the concept of the song is her talking about basically she's not accepted by the American culture. She's not accepted by the Indian culture. But fuck you, I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got from the whole song.
I love that.
She raps, she sings. I really just started listening to her recently. I think she's super talented, and she has a huge and bright future if she puts out music like that. The beat was dope. The video was dope. The lyrics were dope. To me, everything was super, super crunk about that.
Yeah, the video came out like 3 days ago. It's already at like 700,000 views, man. So she's definitely got a huge following, and apparently she was like a Grammy nominated artist back like a couple years back. So
I read that too. Yeah, man,
big movement.
That's a big move for the indie community, man. I mean, I think it's time because there's like 100,000 millions of people just like that in the indie community, but it's hard to get that shine when you're brown. You know what I'm saying? And it's I'm so happy to see somebody making moves like that and standing out and, just delivering a message, but at the same time delivering good music, you know?
Sure. Yeah. We'll drop a link to her video and her Instagram handle as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, Raja. And our third topic for the big three is the goofball content of the week, man. We're a couple of days behind on it, probably by posting wise, but sharing it, but not. Yeah, I guess I was gonna say our boy, but he's not our boy.
No, that ain't my boy, bro. That might be your boy, but that ain't my boy.
Nah, definitely not mine either. Kenneth Copeland, man. One of the actually, I think the wealthiest preachers in America. Posted a video. It's so goofy. Here, we're gonna share the link right now for you. Or share the video so you can take a look at it. Check this video out and tell me this ain't the goofiest shit you've seen all day.
COVID-19. I blow the wind of God. On you. You are destroyed forever. And you will never be back. Thank you, our God.
Bro, I know y'all saw that goofy ass shit by Kenneth Copeland. What in the fuck was that? Okay, bro, this man really thought that he could blow COVID-19 with a few from his face. What the fuck, dog? What did I just watch?
Bro, okay. Yeah, man. I mean, that is so goofy. And the fact that people follow him is even more goofy. And there's people out there just giving money away. And look, I'm not against like these preachers that make a lot of money or anything like that, because nobody gets mad if a rapper is a millionaire, but people get mad if Uchin is a preacher is a millionaire. Uchin, I just said Uchin. That means a preacher in our language. So, but if you just look at the dude when he's talking, his eyes are just evil, bro. Like this shit just doesn't. It just doesn't look like he's a good person.
It's almost as if he's like hypnotizing you into doing some weird shit, man. Like I don't know, I can't explain it.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. It's man, it's crazy. This dude is loaded. He's worth like I think 150, 130 to 50, 130 M's to 150 M's. So
Jeez.
that's nuts. He's got like 2 or 3 private jets or something like that.
To be honest, dude, I think he's a professional scam artist. Like people like that, like
probably
I can't get behind, man.
Probably. And I mean, like maybe he's easier to hate and we're being a little bit judgmental because of the way he looks and just the goofiness of it. You know what I'm saying? But like, wow, what a goofy video. Yeah. And that video went viral, but people are still, you know what I'm saying, on his tip and supporting it. And it is what it is, but that was so.
Could you imagine if you were in the front row and this fool was talking about blowing COVID and you got some fucking spit on your lip? Like
it looks like he's spitting COVID on people, to be honest. I think that's what he's actually there for, just infecting people and shit. But it is what it is, bro. I mean, that was so funny. But onto our topic of the day, man. This is something that me and Cyril discuss all the time, and since we're so deeply rooted in the hip hop culture, and we grew up listening to that music, we appreciate it. We go to concerts. We follow artists. Everything like that. We're gonna give you guys a ranking of our top rappers. Not going back to all time, but probably just kind of within the last 10, 20 years or something like that. And we're gonna try to give you some just different categories and kind of explain to you why we picked those rappers. And it was hard. It was hard to pick one. And we're going to mention maybe 2 of them in some categories, but it was hard, man, because there's so many talented people. But I guess we both, had different opinions on different, artists or whatever.
All right. So the first category that we decided to choose was artists with the most swag. Okay. So, all artists pretty much all on top of their swag shit. If you're a bum ass, rapper, no one's going to respect you. But for me, in my opinion, artists with the most swag.
The swag master speaks. The swag master speaks.
Is going to be my dog. My bro. I'm acting like I know this man, but I don't. But it's fucking Future Hendrix.
Sensational.
Yo.
Dude. That man, I don't know. I don't know if it's not necessarily the clothes because, he has that drip. He has all that. But, like, the way he carries himself, bro, like, after listening to Dirty Sprite 2, you became a whole new man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is probably the pinnacle of swag for me, at least, man, because, he goes hard as fuck.
Let me tell y'all how much Cyril wants to be Future, okay? when Future wore a brown fedora, 2 weeks later, guess who was wearing a brown fedora?
It was me, bro. It was me. Absolutely.
Yo, honestly though, I don't blame you, bro, because his swag is
his confidence levels through the roof, man.
His swag is dope. I mean, his clothing is dope, and I don't know if y'all. I'm gonna touch on this, but you're probably gonna touch on it too. But the whole complex shopping spree that he did.
Yeah. So yeah, he was.
God.
If y'all watch that on YouTube, Complex they do a segment called Shopping with Complex, where every week they go either sneaker shopping, with different celebrities, right? So in this episode, they brought Future. And typically they go to like Stadium Goods or like a sneaker store in New York, but they took Future to like I think I don't know, Neiman Marcus or some shit. And
no, Barney's.
It went to Barney's. That's right. It was Barney's. So yeah, he actually spent like the most amount of money you could ever spend on that show. And I think he dropped like maybe like $50K or I don't know, something like that on just clothes, and it was
no, I think it was more actually. I think it was actually. Yeah, well, I don't know what the amount was, but 50K is crazy too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and he said that in that whole interview, he was like, I do this all the time. Like he goes, y'all gonna think I'm crazy today, but I do. He goes, I spend like what $100,000 a month on clothes or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I believe it.
100 racks on clothes, bro. That is that what can you do with that many clothes? Bro? Like what?
Yeah,
What can you do?
at what point do you start giving clothes away because you don't want to wear it anymore?
Yeah,
Because
I,
it's last season.
that's like one of his vices, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like just dropping bread on clothes. But bro, when it comes to swag, he got everything, bro. Like
For sure.
everything. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that pick, man. I definitely agree. I want a little different route. And he's pretty impactful too, man, within the culture. I chose ASAP Rocky, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one.
yeah, I chose ASAP Rocky, man. He's really deeply like he's in the fashion game, bro. Like he's in
For
there.
sure.
From just when he started in the game, in rapping, just wearing different things, like even the leather skirts and all that shit. I mean, he made it look dope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like kilts, right? Is it like kilts, right? That he was wearing.
I don't know, man. That's a level of fashion that I can't get into. I don't know.
No, for sure, but he made it look
You
dope.
got to be really confident to pull some shit like that off, and
You
that's
do.
ASAP.
Well, that's the only celebrity type thing you could, only celebrities can do that. You know what I'm saying? But even, from that to like, posing for Dior at their fashion show, just being at all the Milan fashion shows, fashion weeks, he's just there. You know what I'm saying? He's involved within the fashion culture. I think that's like the big part of who he is, and just some of his fits. If you go through some of his fits on, just Google it. Like he's got some swag, bro. Like he's, rocking designer everything, and it's just dope.
Everything.
And he's blending best of both worlds, and it's that pretty motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, he's dope.
Sure.
So that was my guy for sure, man. So, but I agree with you on Future though. He's
two solid picks.
Absolutely, man. He's super fly. Yeah. So our next category was the best freestyler, and besides Cyril, there's so many people we could have picked from, but I would say the most recent, the one that stuck out the most to us, or to me anyway, was Juice WRLD, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD. You know what I'm saying? So
R.I.P.
rest in peace, man. True rap rock star. Could spit bars like nobody I've ever seen in a long time, and be able to drop like mainstream music, but still be able to go in the booth and just go bar for bar off the top. You know what I'm saying? So, man, he was so great, and I'm so sad to see him go so soon, because I think he was really about making good music. You know what I mean? And
For sure.
And he was going to push the culture forward with good bars and good music, So who did you pick, bro?
It's crazy. I actually picked Juice WRLD as well, man, and that's coming from someone who I love to freestyle. For those who know me, or just how we get down, we'd always kick a couple of freestyles here and there, but like the way that Juice used to do it, man, it was just off the top of the dome, and that's extremely difficult. Like if anybody who's ever freestyled and can just go off without rapping on some shit that they already wrote in their iPhone, like it's extremely difficult, and Juice was a beast at it. So yeah, man, R.I.P. Juice, dude. Like you definitely were one of the coldest freestylers out there, for real.
Yeah, and you got to check out some of his freestyles on YouTube, because that stuff is going to go down in history,
Absolutely.
His Funk Flex freestyle, I mean, it's just sick, man, watching that. You know? Like, especially if you respect rap and, you like bars off the top, it's creative for sure. So, definitely.
For sure. So, the next one that we decided, or the next category we looked at was the best lyricist. Okay. So, for me, I went with Kendrick Lamar, man. Like, this guy's catalog is deep as hell. Like, this guy's crowned, by most people throughout hip hop as, the best lyricist. But that's not why I chose him, man. I just chose him because, I respect people who can spit real shit, man. And like, I love my fair share of like commercial rappers, but like, Kendrick is a hardcore rapper, bro. And his catalog runs deep as hell. Kendrick's The Good Kid, Mad City was probably the last album that I've actually went out and physically purchased. Because like it went so hard, and the way that he can spit creatively, like the song with him and Lil Wayne that he had for Wayne's album was Mona Lisa was ridiculous, and it just shows his creativity, man, his wordplay. Definitely Kendrick is my number one for best lyricist. What about you?
Absolutely, dude. I completely understand why you said that and where you're coming from, because he's special, man. I'm personally, like, I don't just like listen to his music all the time, but there's no, when Power Rules and Crips all got along, when that shit comes on,
Oh
I'm getting crunk, you know what I mean? And even like you were saying, that Good Kid, Mad City album, like that is a really good album, bro. You know what I mean? Like I didn't
classic, I would say.
Yeah, and I forgot about that album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like the fact that you bring that back up, there's a lot of tracks on there where he's like keeping hip hop alive, right? So
Yes.
he's definitely keeping hip hop alive. I think so for my pick, this goes to keeping hip hop alive. My pick was J. Cole, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so
it's like two of the best, man.
Absolutely. And like these are two guys that are consistently staying consistent with what they're doing, which is just giving you good music. It's like that type of music, like, we're from Houston. So if you're driving from Houston to San Antonio or Houston to Austin, and you have a long drive, like, I don't want to listen to DJ Khaled or, like French Montana or whatever. Like, I mean, I'll listen to it here and there, but like if I want to listen to an album and go the whole way through an album because it's going to help me pass time.
Road trip vibes.
Yeah, road trip vibes. It's going to be J. Cole, Kendrick. You know what I mean? So, Kendrick is, J. Cole has been, man, he's just super. And he's all about like positive vibes, messages.
Exactly.
Messages to the youth that are like, like telling them like everything doesn't have to be about sipping lean and smoking weed, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's just saying like, it's nice to have that option too. You know what I'm saying? For the real hip hop heads or whatever, right? So, but yeah, man, that was my pick for the best lyricist. So our next category was the best overall artist, right? So I guess this category would pretty much mean like they can rhyme, they got good music, mainstream, road trip vibes, just entertainer wise, catalog, swag, everything, you know what I'm saying? The whole nine, so for me, I picked, Aubrey Graham, boy, your boy Drizzy.
Yeah, Drake.
Solid pick.
Yeah, man, I had to go pretty mainstream with that because I think overall, man, like he's got pretty much the whole package, man. Like whether or not he has a ghostwriter or not, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to speculate. He's done a pretty good job of hiding that and his baby and the baby mama. So he's
for sure.
He's done a good job.
Very secretive guy.
Very secretive guy. You know what I'm saying? Probably because there's so much money behind him, man, and so much people that are just telling him to shut the hell up. But he's just making smart business moves. You know what I'm saying? So
everything is calculated at that point, right?
Yeah, definitely. There's one time aside from the music that I really he captured me as an entertainer when he hosted the ESPYs, the ESPY Awards.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like
he's a natural, man.
He's a natural, like he's an actor or whatever. Like he's just smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like everything he does is smooth, fluent. And even if you had a ghostwriter, his ghostwriter not gonna be able to spit the lyrics the way he spits it.
Yeah.
Like Drake is Drake, and his voice is his voice. His delivery is his delivery. So he's got to be for me the top overall artist. So
yeah, that's very. So I mean, come on, man. Right now, Drake is on top of the game, dude. Like seriously, there's really nobody fucking with him. And now So okay, I want to ask, what do you think about his latest track? Tootsie Slide.
I mean, I think it's it's cute.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he did it just to
marketing ploy.
I think Charlemagne, the guy, if you watch him, he kind of took the thoughts out of my head and put it into words really simply, but really like informative. As it's regarded that song, bro, is basically like, why would you try to be a surfer when you're the fucking wave? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so basically meaning like it was a straight up TikTok song, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like Drake didn't have to make a TikTok song to make, to be popping. Probably did it for the bread, you know what I'm saying? He probably did it for some clout, which he didn't need, you know what I mean? So he's a whole wave, bro. And like the song.
That's the reason why he lives in that $100 million mansion. It's because of moves like that, man. It's as much of a sellout kind of move that it was.
I don't know. I
to me, that in my opinion, I mean, that's what,
Yeah, maybe, and people can you can make that argument. You know, I think for me, it's more like you're consistently putting out good music. You know, and it doesn't have, you know, that song. The dope part about that song is the hook. You know, and you know,
and the music video.
Music video is cool too. I mean, you know, it's not hard to have, if you have millions of dollars behind you, you can have, and a badass director, you're gonna make a dope music video, especially if you're Drake. You know what I'm saying? But the song itself, it was just kind of corny to me, just, you know, because I felt like he was just doing it to hop on a train, you know? And that's what I was thinking in my head. But when Charlamagne said it like that, like, why would you try to be a fucking surfer when you're a wave? You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't gotta do that, bro. Like, you're your own fucking person, you know? So yeah, definitely, man. But I mean, it's not a bad song, you know, it's just the hook is really what's dope to me. It's not like, you know, the whole song is that catchy or anything. You know what I mean? So
True.
Yeah. But what about you, man? Who'd you pick? Who's your best overall artist?
So for me, overall, I had to go with Hove, man. Jay-Z, bro. Like,
Man,
for me,
yeah.
I love Jay-Z, dog. Like, I've seen him multiple times in concerts, and it's crazy because, you know, when we go to his concerts, he's got hit after hit after hit, and like he literally says like, "Yo, I could go all day. I got a million of these," you know. And it's like Jay-Z's music, kind of for me, you know, whether it be, you know, his old shit, new shit, it kind of just brings me back a certain time. Like, oh, I remember when he dropped this. I was doing this and this. It's like nostalgic, right? So yeah, I mean, and overall, business wise, what he's done for the culture, like, you know, is Jay-Z, bro. I think for most people, he's regarded in most people's, you know, top 5, top 10, you know.
Oh, for sure. Jay-Z's a monster, man. I mean, just like rapping wise, he's a beast. I mean, he's a creative wise, rapping wise, like he can. I mean, if y'all haven't watched the YouTube video of him making the what is it, the 99 Problems, with, you know what I'm saying, that whole process, the creative process, go look that up. I mean, he pretty much did that in one take. You know what I mean? And insane, like bits and pieces, putting it together. It was just, and that song is so, like, when you watch that video, you'll understand, but he's just so creative as to the way he thought about how he's going to make that song, you know, with the police officer talking and, you know, whatever, you know, like, it's really cool, man. So yeah, I definitely understand. He's a genius for sure. You know, my opinion on Jay-Z a little bit is like, I see him kind of to be like a shady guy, but, you know,
I mean, I think in business, most 9 out of 10 people probably deal in shady practicing anyway to make it that rich, right? You gotta step on some toes.
I don't really respect it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you don't have to respect it, but you know, the guy is, you know, he's rich for a reason, right?
Yeah, but, you know, being rich is not everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's super important for people to kind of understand too. Like, and the reason I said that is because, like, this whole dealing with Dame Dash, Rockefeller, like that whole breakup, like, I mean, I know Dame Dash is, you know, kind of hard to deal with or whatever, but aside from that, I do think there was some greed involved on Jay-Z's part. You know, he saw a potential for him to be a certain level of rich and a mega star, right? Like, there's mega stars, superstars, and just stars, you know? And Jay-Z's considered like the rapper of all rappers, right? And he's just, and no matter what, like, everybody else is gonna ride his dick too, because like they don't want to be not friends with Jay-Z, even if he's kind of funny money, you know what I'm saying? But he looks like, to me, like one of those guys comes off sometimes like who's like a self-preserver, you know, like with, you know, like I haven't really seen him do a lot like until recently, you know what I'm saying? Like for others, you know, like it seems like there's Jay-Z at the top and everybody's kind of below him. Like no one's at the same level as him. The only person is Kanye, but Kanye did it on his own.
I mean, I would say Diddy's up there too, man, because, you know, Jay and Diddy, like, they have.
But they didn't do it. They didn't do it together. Diddy had.
Right. I'm just saying, as far as like people who are at the top, I would say, man, it's Jay-Z and Diddy for the industry, for the rap industry right now.
No, for sure, 100%. I'm not saying Diddy, I think, has similar qualities too. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. So, but I mean, like, nothing to knock him. He's successful. He's doing his thing. He doesn't give a fuck what I'm thinking. But at the end of the day, like, I don't give a fuck that you have rich as fuck. You know, if you're, you know, like to me, if you come off like a certain way, I'm just kind of like, you know, like, what's all that money worth? You know what I mean? But artist-wise, creative-wise, he can hop in the booth right now and drop a whole album. You know what I mean? So I definitely get that. And the moves that he's made, super impactful, you know, like for himself, you know? And then he's married to Beyonce. She's pretty hot, you know? So
yeah.
And
amongst other things.
She's from the H, baby, you know? So
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely,
all right,
man.
so on to our final category, right? So most impactful to the culture. So Josh, what do you think this, like, for you, what do you think this category means?
Most impactful, I would say, has touched people in different ways for different reasons, has been consistent throughout their start of their career to the end of their career. They have the ability to adapt, right? As they age, they do things appropriate to their age, right? And they know how to impact the culture through not just their talent, which is music. They have multiple talents, you know what I'm saying? And they know how to impact people in that sense, you know? And sometimes these might be looked at as the crazies, or, you know, like the outlandish, or the disruptive people, because, you know, they're out there trying to impact, you know, through their voice. And, you know, there's always going to be haters, right? So who did you pick?
The now billionaire Kanye West, man.
Me too, bro. Me too.
Yeah,
Me
come
too.
on, man.
Me
Like,
too.
for everything that Kanye's done to the culture, man, from the Yeezy line to the pink polos to the whole entire, you know, weird goth satanic vibe during Watch the Throne. Like, man, this guy has been all over the place, man. And what he's done for the culture is crazy. It's crazy. His catalog runs deep as well, man. And you know everything that Kanye's doing. You might not agree with it on and off the recording studio, but the guy's a fucking genius, bro. And you can't doubt that.
Absolutely, bro. That was my pick also, was Kanye. I'm a huge Kanye fan, then and now. I would say that he has probably just been the most unafraid, you know what I mean?
Right.
Since he started. And he's super controversial. He
But controversy sells, right?
Controversy sells. He's not stupid either. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
When he does that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I think for some reason I have this feeling that he's a kind of a good person inside. And I started to feel that. Look, man, when Watch the Throne came out, I was like, man, this album's dope. And then that one song was there where they were like, hey, play it backwards. You know what I'm saying? That whole satanic thing. Yeah. I was like,
was that Mercy?
Yeah, Mercy, bro. I was like, dog, this fool is crazy, bro. Like, he's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, this dude is the devil. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at that time, I kind of like felt like, okay, I fall back. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of crazy, but the music was still fire. I mean, that song was still dope, you know?
Yeah.
So it was that kind of drew me back from him for a little bit. But when he came back and he did the whole Christian thing now, first off, I love the Sunday service that he's doing right now. Whatever conspiracies people think what he's doing it for, people are saying that he's doing it because you can get a tax break and you can do all kinds of different, whatever, right? Like, that's cool, man. Like, at least he's doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it's positive, And I'm really happy to see a Kanye, the age he's at now, doing something that nobody's doing and doing something that is so different from when he started and even from the middle, I don't want to see a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old talking about sipping lean and smoking weed and fucking hoes and all that. Like you did all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You've been through that. So now what? And he still finds a way to remain relevant through what he's doing. Like, imagine being in a room with, your producer, your engineer, and saying, man, I'm going to make music that's going to make 20,000 people mosh pit, but to Christian music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
unheard of.
Unheard of. You know what I mean? And people looking at him like, what? And he did it, bro. Like, anything he says he's going to do, he does it. You know what I'm saying? And he does it with passion. He does it with love. And whatever reason he's doing it for, I'm not going to question it, because we can't speculate on that, because we can speculate on everything else too,
Right.
And then from a fashion sense, the shoes are dope. I mean, I love the Yeezys, right? Some of the new colorways are kind of whatever.
Yeah, I think at this point he's just putting out colors just so. I mean, he mentioned, he's like, everybody who's ever wanted a pair of Yeezys, they're gonna be able to get them. And then obviously now. Yeah,
which is cool, which is respectable, and I get that, because it's a dope shoe, it's a comfortable shoe. I love the 350s. But the colorways, some of them are just whack as shit, bro. I'm like, bro, there's so many doper colorways. I can tell you. You know what I mean? So I'm like, why are you doing these? There's got to be somebody in your corner telling you to do something different. So I mean, that part of it, I honestly.
I
can
mean,
agree
that's
with.
because he thinks outside the box, right? Some of it before
Yeah, for sure.
that's part of what makes up Kanye, right? So his
Yeah.
creative input is behind every single shoe.
No, absolutely. And even some of his clothing is like it's like futuristic, right? And
Yeah.
it's very like it's like what you would think somebody's gonna wear in like 2050 or something, you know? And
Yeah.
like just it's like
Or
very
if you're trying to look like a bum.
yeah, like a fly, like, yeah, exactly. Like a fly ass dad vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like dad bum vibe. Like sweatpants and sweatshirts, but like with like slits and like just V-necks and like what I'm saying? Just crazy.
shit that doesn't even belong together. You're just putting it together.
Like basically, bro, like if me and you wore this shit to Town Center in Sugarland, like people would probably be looking at us like y'all need to go home and change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But honestly, it's that's what makes him like super. Like that's what makes him really cool, man. And from fashion sense, I think people that can wear those type of things will wear it. And man, hey, we just read yesterday that he's now a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
exactly.
he's doing something right. I mean, if you look at things from a money perspective, so
Right.
people are still buying in, whether or not people don't agree with the the Sunday service stuff or whatever he's doing now, So
True.
But yeah, man. So I think that was it, right? That was all the categories that we had. Yeah, dude. So that was
wraps it up.
Yeah. So that was our top rapper list for the categories that we chose. We're gonna share the little website that we used.
Yeah. I'll share the link, and then you guys could go ahead and make your own rapper list. And if you disagree, if you think that some of our picks were stupid, first off, okay, but let us know. I kind of want to know what your thoughts are on some of our choices, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, definitely. Yeah, man. Sounds good. Oh man, you know what? I forgot to say one thing, dude. When we're talking about best lyricist, I want to shine some light on one of the new cats in the game that I think is super dope. Man, you know what I realized also, and I hope y'all forgive me for this in the podcast. I say super a lot. It's super. You know what I'm saying? So my bad, but I just feel like I'm Super Mario Brother all the time. Like I'm Mario and he's Luigi, So I just be saying super all the time. So no, but YBN Corday, man. YBN
Oh
Corday.
yes.
Yeah, YBN Corday is fire, bro. Like if y'all want to listen to some real rap, good music, he can freestyle too. Like he grew up in this generation, but he grew up listening to Pac, Biggie, all that stuff. And you can definitely tell through his music. So take a listen to YBN Corday, man. He's definitely fire. So I wanted to shine at him a little bit too, because lyricist wise, J. Cole obviously is gonna, trump a lot of people, but YBN is up and coming. So take a look at him too. So.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely agree. His last album is stupid fire. So be sure to listen to it. It's good to hear some real bars after a while, right?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the second episode of the Nite Show. We appreciate it. And y'all have a blessed day and be safe out there. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.